Don't worry, you won't be on the map. There we go.
No, the thing is this, is that you guys are the very first people. This is a brand new initiative which, apart from a few select people that I've bounced the whole idea from, off I should say, nobody's had this. This is a brand new concept, and so you're the first people to see it. And it's very important. If you like it, you say. If you don't like it, you raise your objections, because I can't do anything if I don't know how you feel. Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay. The one thing I felt, I mean, I've back into the industry since 2015 with the community, and it's an amazing community. I mean, it's unbelievable, really. I mean, we've got a bigger worldwide community, a fan base than the football clubs. We really have. But what I think has been missing for a very long time is that we're not connected to each other. You've got all of these clubs all around the world, and they all do their own thing, but we are not unified. And I think that what we need to do is to unify the community. So I've come up with this concept which is called the Commodore Amiga Global Alliance. It really tells you in a sentence what it is. And a lot of objectives of what this is. So let's go through them one by one. If you want to raise a topic straight away, please do. You don't have to wait till the end, but it's up to you. Okay, the very first time ever, bringing the worldwide fans of Commodore and Amiga under one umbrella. I got it fairly quickly. One massive community, now with one voice. That's very important. Amiga fans, all Commodore Amiga clubs, developers, animators, repairers, wholesalers, shops, magazines, component suppliers, authors, webmasters, musicians, 3D artists and more can all benefit from this. Initial objectives, we're going to build the most comprehensive website to fully represent the diversity and wealth of amazing talent our global community have to offer. Every single individual Commodore Amiga fan, irrespective of nationality, language, ethnicity, or religious belief, are encouraged and indeed welcome to join the community. In fact, as an individual, by participating, you will be contributing to the long-term welfare and health of the largest and most powerful retro community ever. Right. If you join, every club and every group, wherever you are, located in the world, will be listed with links to your sites. I mean, we're talking about a mega website here. Anytime you are holding meetings, I need to space it there, or special events, you will now have a truly global advertising marketing reach. Encouraging collaboration with other clubs and groups will expand the knowledge base and develop exceptional and meaningful friendships. Now, before we talk about what other benefits this project offers, all the creative designers and technical wizards in our community here. So here are some details about how we plan to establish the website. We've commissioned the most comprehensive website ever. Here's the people that are involved in building this website. By the way, they're all massive Commodore Amiga fans. We've got Steve Morehouse, he's based in the UK. He's actually going to be leading the build. He's he's got websites and looks after companies, many of them already. He's got his own service and all of that. And he's very, very knowledgeable. We've got Justin Mitchell. He's a company called Breadbox Commodore Computing Museum and a YouTube channel. He's based in New Zealand. Derek Nagg is a Bachelor of Honours of Computing, First Class, joint founder of Flamelli IT in the UK. We've also got Paolo D'Urso, who was the founder and publisher of Amiga magazine in Italy. We've got Elliot Christensen, who's a podcaster, marketer, futurist. Too many qualities to list. I mean, this guy's done everything. And we've got Dave Kirkwood, who's also based in the UK. Sorry, Elliot's in the USA. We've got Dave Kirkwood, who's also UK. Software engineer with a bachelor's degree in computing science and a PhD in simulation. These are all people with very good qualities that, you know, and the best thing is they have the desire to do it, which I think is very important. They love it, they absolutely love it. I've been chasing, because I was in hospital and I was not communicating with them. What's going on, which is very encouraging, of course. Right. So, identity. We have to have an identity so that we become recognized sort of in an instant. So we designed a logo. Now please note that this is only a rough draft, which I actually did this draft, but Paul, who's here somewhere behind me, yeah, Paul is actually working on it and he will polish it up and 3D it and all of that, so it'll be good. This is the logo that I think says a lot. Basically what I want to do is I want us to be identified, the definitive mark of excellence. So anybody who is portraying that, they're obviously members of the club or of the Alliance, and they can display it, and it tells anybody who's interested, they know that if you're involved in that, then it's going to be top quality, because we don't want cowboys, if you like. Now there's another reason for that anyway. I've registered the domain Commodore Amiga Global Alliance.com, and at the moment we're just setting up email and getting everything ready, and that's happening as we speak. Right, annual subscriptions, because this is basically on raising money from the fans and the people that are involved in order to put something back into the community. So this is how it works. A supporter, any supporter, doesn't have to necessarily be a member, and any donation is welcome, of course. That goes without saying, underneath it. Now, founding member, people who actually, you know, individuals who actually want to join this alliance and be part of it, it's £30 a year. In the first year, I'm sweetening the deal. I'm doing a special introductory launch bonus bumper bundle for people who sign up, because I needed to get them signing up straight away, and that starts the momentum. So I'm going to give them a number of encouraging way of encouraging them to become a founding member. These super products are included when they pay that £30. We've got my book, the first book, as a download or an audio book, because a lot of these people would have not even seen the book, so they're getting that for free. We've also got the new video from Wavem Studios, which is again, that's going to be a free download, and that was only released this year, so it's really up to date. We're also going to get Viva Amiga, the extended remix, which I have the rights to, and they can have that as a download. My album, which I've got here, Everybody's Girlfriend, free download. They were getting that anyway. We also got a 64 game, Cosmic Force, which hardly anybody even knows about. And that's Steve again from Wavem Studios. He's produced that software, so that's going to be included. So for 30 quid, they're getting a hell of a lot. So that should be enough, I think, for them to just tip the scale, if you like. Individual providers of any service, people that are, you know, they're doing repairs or whatever, individual, not a company, it's £50 a year. They can also have that bonus bundle, it doesn't really matter to me. Companies who do it, people with say 2 or 3 or more people, it's going to be £100 a year. Wholesale distributors, £150 a year, because they do a lot more turnover and stuff, and they will get a lot of benefit from this. Magazines, printed or online, it's £200, but I intend to trade them advertising for membership, because that will help us to get the word out. I think that makes good sense. Now, there's also going to be sponsorship available at different levels. Basic sponsor will negotiate between £300 and £600 a year, depending on what they want. Major sponsor, £750 to £1,200. These all to be negotiated. Premier sponsor to be negotiated. That could be £3,000, £4,000, £5,000, depending on what they do and what they want. And I think there'll be a lot of interest, if I'm honest. I've written to SumUp, who I deal with payment transactions, and I think they'll be really interested in becoming a partner, because there's going to be a lot of transactions and it's easy to do through SumUp. So that's quite interesting, I think. So we have to wait and see on that. What I'm telling you about is what my plans are and so on. So what happens with the money? It's something everybody wants to know. Obviously we've got to build and maintain a website. And and that's not going to be cheap, because it's got to be good, very good. Administration, running costs and expenses, got to be paid for. They don't come out of thin air. At this moment in time, we're intending to allocate a minimum of 20% back into the community. Now, that's made up because I'm not intending to do a Kickstarter. Why? Because the Kickstarter costs 9%. 5% for the Kickstarter people and 4% for the guys who do the money. And I think I'd rather use that 9% for us. And I don't think we need a Kickstarter, because the community will either go into it or they won't. And I don't think having a Kickstarter will actually add anything to it. Maybe you've got other ideas. So I want to take that 9% and add to it and put 20% back in the community. It'll end up being more than that, but you'll see why I want to do this. Investment back into the community. This is very, very important. I'm going to make funds available to support development of new products and hardware and or software. How many people do you know that I've just invented a new machine, a new gizmo that is really good for the 600 or whatever, and they haven't got any funding, can't get any funding. We'll help fund it so they get that started. Now, I think this is actually major importance, that we are giving back to the community. Funds to promote products and people and campaigns, advertising, marketing, social media, cover events. We can promote and advertise and really get behind it. And that money will be coming from the funds that come in from the individuals and from the companies. Other benefits of being a member of CAGA. I don't like that, but it's just easier than saying Commodore Amiga Global Alliance. Advanced notice of and access to new product releases. Members discount. We'll negotiate with everybody who's a member who supplies stuff, discounts with their members. It may be 5% or 10% or whatever it is, but it has to be a benefit. And I think that's good, because we are supporting the community. You want to buy from us, it's all going to be bad. Now, medium and longer term goals. This is where it starts to get interesting. The establishment of the Commodore Amiga Foundation. Let me tell you what I see for that. A not-for-profit organisation to archive Commodore Amiga historical material and potentially a comprehensive museum. A Hall of Fame honouring all the significant figures in the Commodore Amiga history. People like obviously Jack Jamil, Chuck Bell, and all the guys who developed the Amiga, R.G. Martin, and all these people. Establishing an annual award ceremony. A top-class event, black tie probably, where significant contributions to the community, products, people, performances will be recognised and awarded. Trophies and certificates, think of Emmys and BAFTAs and Grammys. That's what I'm looking at, something of that magnitude. We fully, I'm astounded that, it's the next part two, I'm astounded that the Jack Jamil Commodore story has never been properly told, as I'm sure many of you all feel the same. We believe that this should be a Hollywood movie. The story has got everything. It's got pathos, it's got romance, it's got drama. The story is incredible. And, you know, starting off with Jack Jamil being rescued from Auschwitz by the Americans, and then him going to America to join the military to say thank you. That's a great opening start. The whole story is quite amazing and needs to be told. What's going on? Well, maybe that is the last slide. Anyway, so we fully understand that even though our community and how healthy it's going to become, there's no way that we'd ever be able to raise the money, the millions that it would take to get a film, either a film made or a documentary series. It needs to be done. So what I want to do with this money is to establish what's called a war chest, which is money which will allow for a select team of people, it's got to be the right people, to go to Hollywood and go and talk with Netflix and Apple TV and all these people and try to get them to invest in it. So, but we need money for that. And there's no point in dreaming. Let's establish a war fund, which I'm sure we can, enough for that to happen. And I am very hopeful that because the story is a great story, and I think somebody will say, yeah, recognize that this is a story. So that's an overview, guys, of this project of mine. What are your thoughts?